Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for tonight's NBA slate on Friday, March the 22nd. We got 8 games tonight, guys, and I got some early player props I like on Prizepicks for tonight's slate. I got 3 picks that I'm going to share with you guys in this video. 3 plays. We're going to talk through each reason why I like each one of these plays. Before we do get started though, as always, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, and if they do help you out, make sure you hit that like button down below. I do always appreciate the likes. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to the channel, and if you are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, you can sign up, linked down below in the description, or just make sure to use that promo code NOAH. When you sign up for Prizepicks, you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. And I do also want to shout out Sleeper, because we do have a partnership with Sleeper as well. You guys can sign up for Sleeper using promo code NOAH, get your first deposit matched up to $500. And if you don't know what Sleeper is, they are a DFS pick'em app similar to Prizepicks. You pick over or under on player projections. You build out an entry. You can make up to an 8-pick entry on Sleeper. You can win up to 100x your money. If you guys do want to check them out, again, use that code NOAH when you sign up, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $500. But we got 3 picks for Friday, guys. Now, I do want to recap the 2 picks that I gave out in Thursday's video before we talk through Friday's plays. So Thursday only hit one of the 2 plays we gave out, unfortunately. We did hit on Jalen Green over 23.5 points. Jalen Green, once again, had a really good game. Continues to have a huge role without Alperen Şengün. I'm gonna be interested to see where the books continue to put Green's props at moving forward, because clearly he is benefiting right now with Şengün off the floor. I think he put up 26 points yesterday, went over his points prop. Unfortunately, though, we took the over on Josh Hart's rebounds plus assist prop at 15.5, and Josh Hart had a terrible game yesterday. He played, I think, 36 minutes, and I want to say in those 36 minutes, he had 2 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. So he was just out there doing cardio. I mean, that was the exact definition of a cardio game for Josh Hart. 2 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist in 36 minutes. You can't make it up, man. The role was still good for Josh Hart. He played a ton of minutes. He just wasn't really productive last night. And it is what it is. We still, over our last 12 picks, we're still 9-3 over the last 12 picks we've given out on YouTube. So hopefully you guys have still been making some money over this stretch. I know yesterday was kind of frustrating, but let's get back at it today. Got 3 picks for Friday. Let's talk through the picks I'm liking for this slate. So first prop we're going to take a look at is going to be a rebounds plus assist prop. And we're going to look at Kelly Olynyk, 13 rebounds plus assist. And I like the under here for Kelly Olynyk, so less than 13.5 rebounds plus assists. And let's kind of talk through why I like this prop. So, as you can see, Kelly Olynyk has gone under this line now in 4 out of his last 5 games. He has been starting lately, and he is going to continue to start, while Jakob Poeltl is out. Olynyk has actually started the last 8 games for Toronto. Even though he has started the last 8 games, he has still pushed or gone under this prop in 5 out of the last 8 games he has started, and 6 out of the last 8 games he has started, he has either pushed or gone under this line. In the 2 games he went over, he barely went over. He had 14 against Detroit, and then he had 14 against Portland. So, the 2 games he's gone over, he's barely gone over. 6 of the 8 games, though, he has started, he has either pushed or gone under this line. And if you look at Olynyk's role lately, he has been playing a decent amount of minutes, but he's not been playing 36 minutes a night. He's typically been kind of kept in the 28 to 30 minute range. And last game, I think he wound up playing 29 or 30 minutes. He did lose a couple minutes last game due to blowout, but this is once again a spot where the Raptors are huge underdogs. Even though they're playing at home tonight, the Raptors are still 15.5 point underdogs here. So this game has a ton of blowout risk. We did see Kelly Olynyk still get some playing time last game, even though it was a blowout, but he still went way under this line, had 3 rebounds and 4 assists. And if you look just over the last 8 games he has started, it's not really like he's been averaging a ton of rebounds and a ton of assists. He's only averaged 5.4 rebounds per game over the last 8 games as a starter. He's only averaged 10.1 rebound chances per game. So he's not, this is something we talked about in our last video, because we actually took an Olynyk under last slate. We took him under 7 rebounds. Unfortunately, Prizepicks, they don't have a rebounds prop up for Olynyk unless you're going to play the Demons and the Goblin thing, which I'm not going to take either one of those. But the rebounds plus assists, he's only averaging 10 rebound chances per game over his last 8 games as a starter. He's only averaging 8 potential assists. Now, Olynyk, he can facilitate even as a big man, but he's still only averaging 8 potential assists as a starter. He's only averaging 4 assists per game. Now, the last game, they didn't have Emmanuel Quickly, so we did see a little bit of an increased role in terms of, assist-wise. Olynyk, he only had 4 assists last game. He did have 10 potential assists. But still, like, Olynyk, he's never been a great rebounder. He's always kind of been a guy that, typically will average like 5-6 rebounds, per 30 minutes. He's not going to, rarely does he go out there and get like 12, 13 rebounds. He's just not really that type of big. And assist-wise, he can facilitate and he can get assists. He did have 10 potential assists last game. However, this Toronto team, they're really bad and they're going to miss a lot of shots. And, it wouldn't be surprising if Olynyk once again has 10, 11 potential assists, but only gets 3 or 4 assists because, Toronto just misses so many shots. I mean, this Toronto team, like I said, they're really bad. They're 15.5-point underdogs here for a reason. So there's so much working against Olynyk here. The blowout risk, just the fact that his rebounding numbers are not great right now. Plus, he's going to have to rely on his teammates to get those assists, which, like I said, it's going to be tough to do because his teammates are just not great basketball players. This Raptors team, their roster is just not very good right now. They're just so injury depleted. Maybe this is the game that the Raptors come out and play really well and they keep the game competitive and Olynyk goes over, but I'd bet against that happening. I like the under here on 13 rebounds plus assists for Olynyk. Even if you wanted to look at his PRA line of 26.5, you could do that too. You're pretty much hoping that he doesn't score 13 or 14 points. Maybe this is a game where Olynyk has 13, 14 points. So for that reason, I think I prefer rebounds plus assist under instead of the PRA under. But if you think Olynyk's not really going to have a ton of scoring opportunities, you could take PRA under as well. I feel better about the rebounds plus assists though, but I like a lot of Olynyk unders here. I just think it's a really tough spot against OKC. OKC is a good defense. They're a good team. OKC typically, I say this, hopefully it'll happen tonight. They typically take care of business. Usually when OKC is a big favorite, they usually go out there and, blow the team out, which I'm hoping that kind of happens tonight. Even if this game does stay competitive by some chance, I could still see Olynyk going under this line. I mean, even in some games lately where he's played 30-plus minutes, he has still gone under this line. So that's what I'm liking as our first prop for tonight. Kelly Olynyk less than 13 rebounds plus assist. Next prop I like, going to be a points prop, and we're going to look at Jaden Ivey, 16.5 points. We're also going to be taking the under here as well, so less than 16.5 points for Jaden Ivey. And let's talk through why I like this prop. So, Jaden Ivey, if you look at his recent games lately, he's gone under this in 4 out of his last 5. It's hard to really it's hard to look too much into that though, because this Pistons team right now they're really injury depleted. They have a lot of guys out. Let's see, Simone Fontecchio's out, Azor Thompson's out, Isaiah Stewart's out, but all these guys were out last game. Jaden Ivey put up 15 points, went under this line last game, even with all those guys out. That was also a much better matchup against the Pacers. Obviously, this is a very tough matchup against the Celtics. Now, the Celtics, they also have a lot of guys questionable for today. Jason Tatum's questionable, Jaylen Brown's questionable, Porzingis is questionable, Al Horford's questionable, Drew Holiday's, he's already been ruled out. So maybe the Celtics just decide to punt this game, and maybe the Celtics just rest all their starters. I'm thinking, though, the Celtics are going to play this game normally. I mean, if you look at the spread right now, this is still a 13.5-point spread. So I think, the sports books are expecting Tatum and Brown to play. I don't think the Celtics would be favored by 13.5 if Tatum and Brown weren't playing. So I'm expecting Boston to play all their questionable guys. Obviously, if they don't, this matchup's going to get a lot easier for Jaden Ivey. But even if you look at lately, even without all these guys, no Simone Fontecchio, no Isaiah Stewart, no Azor Thompson, Ivy still hasn't had the craziest role. Last game, even in a somewhat competitive game against Indy, he still only played 30 minutes last game. He's never really been a guy that's going to play huge minutes. Now there have been some games lately where he's gotten big minutes. He did play 37 against Miami, did play 37 against Toronto. Typically though, Ivy plays 30 to 32 minutes, sometimes more if he's playing really well. But this is a very tough matchup against a good Celtics defense. This game has a big spread. Once again, this is a game that has a lot of blowout risk. And if you do look at the one game that Ivy went over his last 5, this game was against Boston. However, this game was without Cade Cunningham, so you kind of have to take that with a grain of salt. Cade Cunningham playing today, and when Jaden Ivey has played alongside Cade Cunningham this season, he's kind of been like the second option, if not the third option offensively for this Pistons team. He definitely takes a back seat to Cade Cunningham. A lot of Ivy's big games have come with Cade off the floor. Hence, the game he scored 21 points, even against Boston, that was without Cade. So with Cade playing still, with Jalen Duren playing still, I think Jaden Ivey, I like him to go under 16.5 points here. Sportsbook odds, they like the under on this Ivy prop as well. I was looking at DK Sportsbook. They have this minus 130 favorite to go under. So there's plenty of reasons to like this under for Ivy. For one, it's a really tough matchup. It's a game with a ton of blowout risk, and in a blowout scenario, Jaden Ivey probably only plays 27, 28 minutes. Matchup's very tough. A lot of things working against Jaden Ivey here. And even though even though Detroit does have some guys out today, we saw all those guys were out last game against Indy. Jaden Ivey still went under this prop in a better matchup, putting up only 15 points. Now he has a tougher matchup against the Celtics. So give me the under on 16.5 points for Jaden Ivey is our second prop for tonight. And then third and final prop I like, once again, going to be another points prop. And we're going to look at Bam Adebayo, 17.5 points. Well, I figured this one was going to get bumped because the sportsbook odds were really liking the over on this one. At 18 points, I think it still looks good. Let's take a look at some of Bam's other props. So Bam's points prop was at 17.5 before I started recording this video. It went up to 18. His PRA was also, I think his PRA was at 30.5, and it went up to 31.5. If you want to play over 18 points, I still think that's good. I also think over 27.5 points plus rebounds looks pretty good. You're pretty much hoping that Bam gets 9 or 10 rebounds, which he's been pretty consistently doing lately. He's had some big rebounding games lately, some really good matchups though. But I like both these, over 18 points, over 27.5 points plus rebounds. We'll just take over 18 points for the sake of this video. I took over 17.5 points, so I still need Bam to get 18 points. Obviously, if Bam finishes with just exactly 18 points, it'll just be a push. And then the other two picks, if they hit, will still get a 3x payout. But if you want to take over 27.5 points plus rebounds, I'm also good with that as well. Don't think I would take 31.5 PRA because at that point, you're hoping Bam gets at least 4 assists, which I'm not super confident Bam gets 4 assists. But I think he's got a pretty good chance at 9 or 10 rebounds, which makes the PR look solid. Either one's fine. We'll talk about the 18 points though, and kind of why I like this prop. So first off, this line was at 17.5 shortly before I started recording this video. It got bumped up to 18. Got bumped up to 18. It was minus 140 on DK Sportsbook at 17.5, favorite to go over. So that's kind of why you saw Prizepicks bump the line up to 18. But Bam is questionable for today. He did miss their last game against Cleveland, but it looks like that was just kind of like a precautionary thing for Bam. I don't think this is some serious injury that Bam is dealing with. He sat last game with a low back contusion. I think it already, looking at the player blurb on NBC Sports Edge, it says that Bam sat out last game, or he said he sat out last game for precautionary reasons. So I'm not expecting a minutes limit or anything. If Bam plays today, he's going to be full go. And the Heat, they still don't have Tyler Hero. So without Tyler Hero, we're going to continue to see this offense very concentrated around Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Terry Rozier. And if you look at the games that Bam has played this season without Tyler Hero, so he's played 23 games without Hero this season. He's gone over, or he's pushed or gone over this points prop in 16 out of 23 games without Hero this season. So a lot of the games he's played without Hero, he has been able to get 18 points or more. The matchup against the Pelicans is probably not the best. The Pelicans defense lately has been pretty good. The Pelicans overall have been, playing at a really, good level as of late. But this is a matchup that Bam has had success in. I was looking at some of his past history against the Pelicans. That's something I usually don't do. I think that's kind of overrated. It's overblown. People that look at a player's stats versus a team, because every situation is different. Obviously a player or a team's roster could be different 3 years ago than from what it is today. But these teams have already played once this season. Bam did put up 24 points in a matchup earlier this season against the Pelicans, and I want to say that was with everyone healthy. I don't think maybe Rozier wasn't on the team then. Honestly, I don't know, but I think Jimmy Butler was playing then. I'm pretty sure Tyler Hero played in that game too. So we've seen Bam have success in this matchup, even though the Pelicans defensively have been playing well lately. There's still no Tyler Hero. Bam does get a big, I wouldn't say big, but he does get a solid usage bump with Hero off the floor. and he's gone over this prop in a lot of the games he's played this season without Hero. I know that some of those games were without Terry Rozier, but even with Rozier and Butler both in the lineup lately, the last few games, we have still seen Bam be able to put up 18 points or more. So I like this prop more than 18 points for Bam Adebayo. I also like over or more than 27.5 points plus rebounds. You can pick whichever one you like. If you think Bam's going to go out there and continue to grab a ton of rebounds, then you could take points plus rebounds instead. Either one's fine. I like both those plays. I'm specifically though going to be taking the over on 18 points. Or technically, I took it at 17.5, but I'll still recommend it to you guys at 18. So that's what I'm liking for tonight, guys. 3 props for Friday. Kelly Olynyk less than 13 rebounds plus assists. Jaden Ivey less than 16.5 points, and Bam Adebayo more than 18 points. If you guys are tailing me on these 3 picks, let's hopefully hit all 3 of these plays tonight and make some money. As always, I appreciate you guys watching these Prizepicks videos and supporting the Prizepicks content. Hit that like button down below if you guys did enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And make sure to go check out Prizepicks as well. If you're not signed up for Prizepicks yet, use that promo code NOAH linked or click the link down in the description. When you sign up for Prizepicks with that promo code, you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. But good luck tonight, guys. Thanks for watching the video. As always, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.